Hello, everybody. It's Christian Caminero. You may know me, you may not. But either way, I wanted to come and make this video for all my peoples out there. Just going to shed some more light on my face. I'm not even going to edit this video. I'm just going to post it as it is. But, you know when sometimes you just feel lost in life? I kind of just want to talk about that and explore that a little bit more, I guess, with you guys. Because I feel like I've kind of been lost. I haven't really seen many changes. Maybe I've been focused too much on the external world and trying to expect things to change outside of me without looking within. But I guess that's just the natural process of life, It's the flow of the river. I guess the more against the current you go, the harder it becomes for you to stay afloat and to swim. If you just go with it, you can relax into it, And hopefully, you listening to this, me just talking about, what the things I'm going through and feeling day by day can maybe help you in your process. Maybe you're going through the same thing. Maybe you're going through something similar. Maybe you have certain situations or relationships that, maybe you want more clarity on. But when it comes to like what I'm feeling, I don't know if it's that I'm too attached to a certain outcome in my life. And it's kind of just about like letting go of that and embracing that you can design your life in your mind, right? But you also got to trust that your subconscious mind, your central nervous system is in alignment and will be in alignment. And you can do things consciously enough to a point where you can allow your brain and your body and your heart to move in that direction after doing something for so long and aligning with a specific goal that you want to achieve for a really long time. Because we all have that mechanism within us to just continue moving, continue expanding, and growing, And I feel like even for me talking right now, it's a way for me to fulfill my purpose, fulfill my mission. And I think because I haven't spoken, because I haven't shared anything with anybody publicly about, what I'm feeling and what I'm experiencing, it's so nice to do that, It's so nice to be able to just speak. And if someone can benefit from the message, thank God, bless. That's part of the process. It's part of the journey. We're all together. We're all one. And I just feel like it's really important for people to find sort of like a resource, a vehicle, a channel, sort of like a system or a support place where they can express themselves freely with no judgment, just them. And I think that YouTube and content in general has been that for me for a long time. And I haven't really dedicated myself to it. I think it's something that I've just been having to explore and sort of just go through life. I've been focused on making money and, becoming independent because I guess that's the goal I set out for myself. But I think that I'm shifting more towards continuing those goals, of course, for the rest of my life. But also doing fulfilling work. I think that's something that's very important. I think all the stuff that I've been doing with content and like making ads for brands, I love it. It pays me well. But it's gotten like very repetitive, and I love it. I mean, I think it's like one of the greatest assets and privileges I have in my entire life. But I'm almost ready to take it to the next level. And I think that by taking it to the next level, I have to start making my own content for myself and build my own brand and build my own sort of community and people that love my message, are behind my message and benefit from what I'm putting out in the world. And, if it even benefits one person, that my mission is fulfilled. But I feel like living in this capitalist society, you're always trying to like make money and be good and be rich and whatever, all this. I'm really not, I don't really care about being stupidly rich. I feel like I will be in the future because sort of feel like I'm detaching to that outcome and I'm kind of allowing it to just happen and explore. And I'm focusing a lot on like my creative self. I feel like I've been very blocked recently creatively. Um, I guess I've just been focused a lot on my external world and haven't really explored much of my internal world to explore like what's really inside and what all that potential is doing in there without really activating it. Um, I studied audio engineering, graduated top of my class. So, that's pretty big for myself, right? Especially since I didn't know anything about music, I didn't know anything about audio engineering. Um, so to graduate top of my class, that's pretty impressive to myself because it shows that if you dedicate yourself towards something, you can achieve it no matter what. And there were many other better people in my class. I guess it was just had a mission. I wanted to win. And I wasn't going to let anything else get in the way. I didn't let anything else get in the way. I had a couple distractions here and there, but I never let anything get in the way of like getting the work done and showing up every day, no matter what. Some days I wouldn't show up, but the next day I'd show up twice as hard. So it wasn't really that I was missing anything. It was just kind of balancing out the scales and showing yourself that you're fucking capable. You are capable no matter what, but the work must be done. Doesn't matter if you do half the work today and two times the work tomorrow, or if you do half the work today and one quarter of the work tomorrow and the other quarter in 2 weeks. You have to get the work done. And I think that's like one of the main things that most people know, but it's hard to accept because it means you gotta just keep going. And I guess that's just life. You just gotta keep going no matter what. Can't stop. You can pause, you can take a break. But if you stop, you start to decline. And that's life. It's nothing against anybody. It's just the universe. If a species stops moving, stops trying to defend itself, stops trying to survive, just becomes complacent, they will become extinct and they will never exist again because evolution will not allow something like that. That's not how evolution works. So I think the natural process is to evolve and to grow and to become the best. I don't think there's any other way. Like unless you want to become extinct as a species or extinct in and of yourself, we have to keep moving. And as a result of us keeping moving, we keep changing as well. We transform and we align with things that we didn't even know were possible. Because at the end of the day, life is kind of just a process. There's no right or wrong. I mean, morally, yes, there's right and there's wrong, but that's all up to us and our own interpretation of what's right and what is good and what is bad. At the end of the day, it's just us living with all the other humans, all the other animals, all the other plants and species and thoughts and emotions and ideas and creations and feelings of everybody else, including our own, all the trauma. I mean, I don't know if it's that I've lost sense of like that spiritual self. Um, I don't even know if it exists. I guess it's just a process of kind of finding yourself and like being okay with whoever you are and accepting yourself for who you are. I'm gonna be honest, I felt a lot of fear. Just fear of loss, fear of changing, I guess. I don't know if many of you guys go through that as well, like the fear of changing. Knowing that like to grow to the next level, you literally have to let something die where you are now. And like, if you really want that growth, you have to let that thing die, whatever it may be. It could be a habit, an emotion, a pattern, a thought, an experience. Like, there's so many things that one must focus on understanding and be wise when it comes to those things. Life is life. At the end of the day, none of us make it out alive. I feel like we have to take risks. We have to choose what's right for us, what feels right. And I feel like we all have to go through sometimes unnecessary suffering just to figure that out. So if that's you, if you feel like you're going through a lot of stuff that you could get yourself out of, or that you feel like maybe there is no end to, just keep going. Keep going, keep pushing. Even if it's the hardest thing you've ever done, you feel like you can't even eat or walk, crawl. Just crawl. Keep crawling. Because as soon as we give up, we die. As soon as we give up, our potential disappears. So it doesn't matter if you're at the lowest point in your life. Just keep going. Keep walking. Keep pushing. Keep showing up for yourself, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be able to look back on it and be like, wow, I love myself. I kept pushing through. I look back. I did that. I made it happen. There's a magic in that. And you really only experience that when you go through these rough patches in life and you just push through. Life's always going to be hard in many ways. Always. And it's only going to get harder. Life, I don't think, is meant to be easy the way that we think it is. We're just so used to such a convenient life, having everything we want, having food in the kitchen, ready to go, air conditioning, a roof over our head, a bed, being able to wash our clothes in a washer and dryer, cook food whenever we want, warmth, shelter, support. It's like if all those things were taken away, what would we be? What would we resort to? Like, what would we end up doing? It's kind of like a battle between like the modern world and like the inevitable primitive part of us that just wants to feel held and taken care of and comfortable and gotta fight when it comes down to it. But I guess it just depends on the person. But no matter what, we have that primitive aspect inside of us. And doesn't matter what happens. You either die or you succeed. Eventually, we're all going to die. But do you want to die long before you physically die? Like die mentally, die emotionally? Or do you want to die all at once? Just fully give yourself to the experience. The last and final one. Because I feel like if you let yourself die before, that's worse. It's just so much worse than just dying all at once. I just felt like I wanted to share this message. I needed to just kind of talk about what I was thinking about, what I've been experiencing. If you guys have any comments or anything, just leave them down below, please. This is an open book, open discussion. I'll respond to as many comments. Matter of fact, I'll probably respond to every single one of them. Just leave a comment down if you're feeling something. If you feel like you want to leave a message or you want to share something. Because at the end of the day, we're a community. And my intention is to start building more community with people, more connections. I feel like I've been kind of isolating myself a lot. I don't think that's healthy. And so as a result of that, I want to start doing that. Physically, virtually, just connect with people. Talk to people. Hear what they're going through, their struggles. and how we can all be better for each other, show up for each other. I love you guys. Peace.